right, quick deck review time. This is Levi from Masculine Intuition Readings, and review. Is it a review when you haven't really worked with the deck for the longest time? Matter of fact, you just got it? Maybe not. Did I feel the need to film this right after opening it up, looking through the deck, reading bits of the guidebook, and looking at the cards one time? Yes, I got this in today. I got this for a steal. Sometimes, like Blue Angel decks, this is a Blue Angel deck, The Whispers of Aloha by Angela Hartfield, artwork by Christina de Hoff. This was kind of on my wish list, and I already know Martin is gonna like roll his eyes because I've tried many Angela Hartfield decks. Not a lot of them have worked for me, although I do kind of like the Whispers of the Ocean one and the Ganesha one, and that's about it. All the Josephine Wall combos, not really my thing. But I did really like this. I don't really have a connection with Hawaii, but I most of all fell for the art in this. The art is by Christina de Hoff. It's stunning. Christina lives in Hawaii, and apparently, I didn't know this, but Angela Hartfield also does, or did, or is from. Don't know if she's native too, but yeah, she apparently has a valid connection to Hawaii, I guess. This is the box. It's nice. It's pretty. It's one of them boxes that's too big for the cards. And I wanted to take a quick look at the cards. I kind of like the deck, especially at the price that I got it at. I got it for like $13. I was like, this was on my Amazon wish list, and I was kind of removing things from the wish list, and this was like up for elimination actually. Because usually like Blue Angel decks get really pricey here. I don't know how it is like everywhere else around the world, but it gets a little bit pricey sometimes, a little bit too pricey for my liking. However, I was about to take this off because I was like, I literally sold like almost all of my Angela Hartfield decks a couple days ago because they don't really do it for me. And then I saw that this had drastically dropped in price for one reason or another. Whoops, there goes my pretty flower decor that I try to be this graceful aesthetic YouTuber, and I'm just not. But I'm gonna keep it here. I want to keep that illusion of my very, very witchy existence going. When matter of fact, it's a fucking pigsty here. Let's see if I can move this table a little bit without disturbing the piece on screen too much. I'm a mess, guys. There are lots of things really cool about this deck. There's also a lot of bullshit in this deck. First of all, what I do like is that the cards come with usable keywords and a little sentence underneath, which makes the guidebook a little bit redundant, which is fine, because that's kind of how I like my decks. If you do want more guidance from the guidebook, you can read it in it. And what I also like a lot, and I don't know if this is the case for every card, but let's just grab the guidebook. But I found, and this doesn't happen a lot in Angela Hartfield decks, stuff gets explained. So the reason for this Sage Advisor gets explained. So this is what a write-up for a card looks like. So we get very cute but kind of bland guidance, and then we get some background. So in Hawaii, the grandparent or elder is referred to as the kapuna. A kapuna has the skills and experience to be a sage keeper of knowledge. In the past, a kapuna would be responsible for teaching and caring for the children. Kapuna may also refer to ancestors who are thought to lend their spiritual knowledge to help their families. Elders are held in high esteem. The community strives to treat the kapuna with love and respect as they are consulted for their wisdom, which is really great. And once again, I really like the art in this deck. What I did find out, which is the case with lots and lots of Blue Angel decks, is that it seems like this art wasn't especially commissioned for this deck. it was more so the publisher getting a license to use this artist's back catalog, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with, but because I did look up this artist's website, and all this art was on there already. So I don't think it was created especially for the purpose of this deck. What I do like is that we are getting a lot of like elderly bodies and figures in this deck, or a lot, you know, I like that this is in there, and there are a couple more like older figures in here. So the card stock is amazing, like Blue Angel always does. The backs of the cards don't have a specific back design, which I think is kind of a shame, because if you look on the box, you see this gorgeous gilded flower right there, and they probably could have used just that on the back with a nice blue or black. But then again, you know, this is a really pretty card design. So we're going to go card by card. I'm not going to comment on every card, although the art is stunning, and we do see really interesting guidance with it, which I find interesting because I kind of felt like Angela had sort of lost her spark. But, you know, there's cute guidance here, and is it always congruent to the art? For example, in this card, expression of gratitude. Maybe I'd have to read the full guidebook to see what Angela thought up for this specific piece of art, but I find it interesting. There's also less people-y cards that are surprisingly stunning. They are really gorgeous. I really like them a lot. And there are some animal and plant cards as well, which I like a lot. And, you know, those will get explained. This is one that I really liked, the Resilience card. I literally just pulled it, and I think, you know, the colors in this artist's artwork are so vibrant and just phenomenal, and I really think that's amazing. It's really stunning. I love this, like, especially the non-people-y cards I like a lot, so that's pretty cool. Now, this is, this card right here made me go, something about the composition. So let me take this card off the stack. Something about the composition in this card felt off. So what I did was, I found out really quickly, I put the backs and the front together, and they almost line up perfectly. If I skew them a little bit, they do. So this was originally a complete piece that they just cut in half to use this one part of, and then use the other part for the backs, and then also for one of the fronts of the cards. I find things like that in deck design a little bit lazy, have to be honest, and it's not the artist's fault. It's Blue Angel Publishing's, you know, choosing, and you know, I'd like to say they do this quite a lot. So you guys can make up your own mind about that. But then again, for a 13 euro deck, it's not bad. And I do really like, once again, I like this artist's art. This is cheaper than buying dozens upon dozens of this artist's art print. There's lots of like mermaid energy in here as well, which I like. And overall, I find it very stunning. Behold hopefulness, stunning messages. Also this image, so we get this sort of brotherly or father-son love. Consider others, see from your kind heart. I feel like the graphic design in the deck, when it comes to the border with the titles and the little flower behind it, and the font choices are really, really good, and they really add to the experience of the card. Foster a love of nature. We get this fairy-esque style art in here. And once again, here we have the back also used as a front, which is fine because it is stunning art. We have to be honest about that. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff sort of getting repeated, whereas if I were a publisher and I would have an author that said, hey, I kind of want to use this part of that artwork and that part of that artwork, I would have been like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to go to the artist and ask if they are willing to commission if we can commission a new piece. That's what I would do, considering I'm probably going to be making quite a big buck off of these, because Angela Hartfield decks are good sellers. They are easy readers. They are great for beginning cartomancers, and this is probably going to be a hot seller since it also looks a little bit more modern. So that's what I would have done, but Blue Angel probably chose to not invest and just cut the artwork up. I adore this image. Once again, navigating emotion. Really, really stunning. It's kind of almost like a sequel to Whispers of the Ocean, which I really like. And once again, the less people-y cards are actually my favorite. And combined with the graphic designer that did the graphic design for the deck did a really good job. And because it's stunning. Compassionate Acceptance. Wow, stunning as well. A change of course. So in the guidebook, we're probably going to get lots of explanations regarding these objects that are being displayed every now and then, and especially for this spoon, I kind of want to see what the background is, because I do like that in this deck, Angela, in the writing, chose to step it up a little bit and actually provide some background knowledge. The Hawaiian paddle is also referred to as the Hoi. The Hoi has no decoration. It has a practical purpose and is typically made from koa wood. It has a long, wide, oval-shaped blade. This shape is named Nenue, after a large fish found in the Hawaiian Ocean. The shape of the Hawaiian paddle is thought to help move heavy canoes. So this is not a spoon, it's a paddle, actually, okay? Through turbulent waters. Paddlers often develop a unique rapport with their paddles. So the paddle is used to change the course. A paddle may be blessed and given a name, as it is an essential tool for safety on the ocean. The paddle helps determine speed and direction. Take a moment to consider which tools can help you allow, hasten, or change your current course. And honestly, like, the little bit of explanation and guidance that you get from the background part is way more interesting than the general guidance part in the guidebook. So I do like this a lot. Yeah, it's really stunning. Reflect your authenticity. Once again, a very mermaidy vibe, which I like. Release into harmony. We get that volcanic energy, which I like a lot. A chance to share. Pretty. Really pretty. A crowning moment. Like, really gorgeous, and it's really well thought out. Now, this card, it won't show up on camera, probably. But this card was one of the cards that I really had a problem with, because this is obviously a very zoomed in part of something that was probably once a much bigger piece of art. Let's see if I can get it to show up so you guys can see how blurry this art is. I mean, the colors look really good, and it'll probably look good in pictures, but you can very obviously see, especially by the grain in the waves down there in the ocean. I don't know if this is going to show up, but this is a very grainy piece of art, and I think you guys should know that. Your body talks to you. Really stunning again. And this is actually one of the decks where I can't wait. I'm literally going to be reading this full guidebook later, because it feels like an opportunity to learn something new. And I find that very interesting. This was one of the cards that sold me on the deck. It is an overly femme deck, but I do like that we get some masculine energy in here. Care for the Ocean. Love this illustration as well. Once again, the non-peoply cards are it. Assemble Your Desires. So yeah, I'm going to be reading the hell out of this guidebook. On the Lookout. Really stunning. Now let me quickly check a couple cards back. Oh yeah. Does look like this is reused art from this card. Don't know if you can see it. It does look a little bit reused. Don't really know if it matters that much to me per se, but let's, once again, transparency, trying to be clear on things like that. I think that's good. Love Lives On. This is stunning piece of art. It almost looks like a picture. So, whereas I do believe this artist is very talented, I do believe the art was kind of handled a a little bit badly considering, Blue Angel is and started out as an art gallery. I love this partnership with the Divine card. We're getting gorgeous masculine energy from, which I love. Revel in the Wave. This is one of the only more modern looking pieces of art with that wetsuit. It's really stunningly made. Although, even with this one, I do get the impression that this is a smaller part of what used to be a bigger art piece that they chose to crop out, which I feel, but I'm not sure about that. Generating shifts, I love. I think it's really pretty. Strive for Clarity is really, really, really strong piece of work as well. Time to Bask. I love this little turtle. So once again, the art is amazing. Rise to Meet Challenges. Cycle of Renewal. Really pretty with that moon. Choose Peace. Be responsible for your serenity. The Glow of Individuality. Really stunning. Light-Hearted Kindness. Another stunning card. Re-energize, invite freshness into your life. I like this a lot. This kind of makes me want to go to Hawaii. Feminine Inspiration, where we get to see that, where we saw that more father-son bond earlier. Here we get sort of a mother-daughter bond, which I like a lot. And Choose Your Potential. It's your light to shine. So overall, I would say I think I got a really good deal. This is a deck that's interesting to me because I'm going to learn new things from it. I am actually going to read the full guidebook now because I am kind of intrigued. Apart from one piece of art being reused, the back being reused as a front card, and the back belonging to a bigger piece of art that got cut in half in order for the publisher to create 2 cards out of it. And what else was there? Oh yeah, the super grainy beachy sunset card. Apart from those things, I think it's a really interesting little deck. I just wish a little bit more time would have been put into the execution of it, in the production part. And I feel like Blue Angel does have a lot to learn there, and has had tripped up like that before. We've seen it with the Izzy Ivy deck, where they just put random borders around shit to make it fit their card format. So normally, an Angela Hartfield deck is never going to be above an 8 out of 10. And because of those mishaps, I'm going to give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. But I am probably going to enjoy this more than I've ever enjoyed any Angela Hartfield deck. So, once again, I paid 30. There goes my flowers again. Me trying to be, a bougie bitch. It'll never happen. Once again, I paid very little for this. It was a steal, I think, at 13 euros on Amazon. But I would not pay full price for this at all. If you're interested in this, go check out Amazon right now. I have found that with Blue Angel decks, there are often 2 separate listings where you'll have a paperback listing and a hardbound listing. There's no difference between those 2 listings, except for the fact that Amazon always prices the hardback copy a lot higher than the paperback, when in matter of fact you're getting the same product. So I hope that was an informative little trick for you, and I don't know if it's like that on every Amazon, but at least it is on the Dutch Amazon. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys liked it. I sure as hell did. I think it's a really funky, cool looking deck, and it's kind of got that summer feel, so I'm in the mood. Thanks for watching, and bye, bitches.